Better talking to you because it takes the wrinkles away from the neck.
You know what background?
What, you going to dance in the background or something?
Sing for you or something, you know?
Are you on?
So just tell me how you got chosen for the film, where it was, all the detail you can.
Wait a minute, I think. Switch it over now, I think.
Okay. Okay. So how did you get chosen to take part in the Maggie in the first place?
I was working backstage in King's Theatre in Glasgow.
We're gonna have to go again because Lynn.
Was that me again? Sorry. You're never good at shot.
Yes, you've got all this what I'm talking about earlier. I know the post synchronising. I know like that had happened during it, but I just carried on and sorted it out later.
Oh, I can't do that. I'm not that clever.
Thought that was very safe. I was not able to do all that.
I don't know if you can do it with a video. You can do it. You can do it with the 35mm stuff. I don't know if you can do it with a video.
No, I don't know either. Oh, we'd take.
They've not been taking him long enough to set it up.
Right. Look, I'll send you out.
Tell me to shush.
You see bottles flying.
I'm not having a good day. I'm not having a good day. Are we alright for just 2 minutes? Don't sneeze, cough, or anything. We okay then? Right. No, it's like something off. What do they call it on the television when they get all these clips that they take out? Outtakes.
Outtakes.
You know. Yeah.
It'll be alright on the night.
Right, when you go from.
Okay. Can you just tell me how you got chosen to take part in the film The Maggie?
I was working backstage in the King's Theatre in Glasgow with the Boy Scout gang show, and a guy appeared looking for somebody to play a part in a film. Seems he's looking, they'd tested 1 or 2 people before that, and they couldn't get anybody to suit it. Shite for it.
Could you tell me how you got chosen to play the part in The Maggie, please?
I was in a... Just keep it going.
It's alright, yeah.
I was working backstage in the King's Theatre in Glasgow during the Boy Scout gang show. This guy appeared for Ealing Studios looking for a boy to play a part of cabin boy in the Maggie. No, I put it off. I'm talking a lot of crap here. Ball face, get this right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I was picked out at the Boy Scout gang show in the King's Theatre in Glasgow.
That'll do.
How much time are you wanting with this?
It's only 5 minutes. 2 minutes.
I'll go to talk for 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute.
It's making that sound an ordeal. Sorry.
You were picked by Ealing Talent Scout when you were taking part in the gang show. What were you doing in the gang show?
I was actually working backstage there. I was Scoutmaster, I was a wardrobe master, and there was always a few lads who were Scout group helped. Some of us were in the show, but that particular time I was working backstage. Later we found I was looking for a boy to play a part of a cabin boy in a film called The Maggie. Just a ragamuffin he was looking for really. And I must have looked the part and I come down the stairs and he called me over to one side. Wearing a pair of supposed to be white overalls. I think they were a pale shade of grey and black, whatever it was, but my hair all tousled. I must have looked.
Just the part.
Well, when it came to making the film and all the rest in the end,
yeah.
End up. I must have really looked the part for this guy when I come down the stairs.
So did he ask you then about?
Well, he asked me if I was interested in playing part of a cabin boy in a film that we're going to be doing, and I said, "Aye, fine." He gave me my name and address and all that sort of thing. Did you told my parents about it, and I forgot about it after that.
So you didn't expect to get chosen then?
No, she wondered about it, We went a week or so after that to see the Newcastle gang show, and when we get back there was a bit in the newspaper about some boy taken to be tested for the film. And I thought, right, that's it. I'm not getting it.
That's not you, that wasn't you, so you haven't got it, like?
No. Till a few days later I got a telegram asking me if I come down to Ealing Studios and be tested. Sent one back and said, yes, certainly I would. And they sent me up tickets for the train from my mother and I to travel down to Ealing. Which I was doing and I was tested. Travelled overnight and tested that morning in Ealing, and that was Monday. For the Thursday I got a telegram saying I got the part. We picked up on Sunday to go up to Crown and start making the film.
And that was was that in the middle of the year then? What time?
That was, started doing it, and I can't remember the date in May. It must have happened between Easter and the beginning of May.
So you had to go to school and tell them that you were going to school?
Ah, well, Ealing did that for me. The casting director, she went and sorted it out with the Education Authority in Glasgow. I'd been a naughty boy for quite a while before that, taking time off school, you know, and well, it was sorted out.
Uh-huh.
The guy that interviewed me for the part to start with, he finished up being my tutor.
So you had a
During
teacher.
the making of the
You had
film,
a teacher while you were making.
No, for May, part of May and June, then it was the summer holidays really, so that was about the only tutoring I got.
You didn't need any acting lessons then?
No, not then, no. It seemed awful natural at that time, but
Yeah.
towards the end I had to go and do a wee bit, a retake. Something to do with a bit, just before the boat was stuck in the subway.
Mm-hmm.
And it took ages to get it right. I just couldn't be bothered about it then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I'd been in and out of all the different departments in the studio,
Right.
seeing about different things, you know. I fancied being in the camera department. Acting I wasn't bothered about it, I couldn't be.
Probably why you were so good at it that you weren't too worried about it.
No, well then I think I was at an age where it was kind of natural then. You read a script, you said you have to do this and do that, and you went ahead and did it. The director wanted it done his way, so you did it his way.
Mm-hmm.
But after that I wasn't really interested in acting at all. I wanted into this camera department, you know.
You wouldn't have realised that the director was the famous director who did Whiskey Galore a few years previous.
No, really, no.
Had you seen Whiskey Galore?
No, I hadn't seen it, no. I hadn't seen it at all, and I didn't know this director for any other director, you know. This was on me anyway, going into a film studio. I mean, I came for Govan, shipyards and goodness knows all it, into this film studio. No, it was no new to me, but everything seemed to come quite naturally, you know, and I got on well with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
To say it was cheeky and I just got on with everybody, that was it, you know. It was that age. I think when the film was finished I stayed at Ealing and I was working in the production department, hoping I could get into this camera department, but there was no chance. There was a man out of work that wouldn't start anybody new.
Did Alexander McKendrick, did you speak much with him? Did you?
Oh, aye.
Yeah,
I spoke to him on a daily basis, you know, and even when the film was finished and they were doing the editing and stuff like that, you met him in the studio and you had a word with him and word with all the other guys, you know, Michael Toon, the producer, and everybody else that worked, you know, that was in the crew.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them every day and you just gather them, things like that, you know, just workmates after that really, you know.
Yeah.
I stayed down there for about a year, finished up, coming home.
Did you come back to school and go back down there?
No,
You just
I was a clever bit. If I'd come home to Glasgow after the film was finished, I'd have went back to school for 6 months.
Ah, right.
The leaving dates were different. The holidays in England were longer, well, different. Didn't go back until the beginning of September in England. In Scotland, I was on the 31st of August, and my birthday was on a bad date. I stayed at Ealing, as I said, and I left school.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to stay there and work at Ealing. I worked there until the following summer. It must have been the end of July or something. I decided I was coming home. Come home and got a job at Harlan and Wolf shipyard.
That's when you
served my
decided you
apprenticeship.
weren't unfortunately going to have a career in film.
Wasn't going to work out. See, the way it worked out was just as well, because I would have finished up going to the army,
Yes.
national service, and just about the time, the way the dates worked out, I'd have come out to know Ealing Studios. They were closed by that time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ealing, the BBC took it over, used the stages and that, and they still use it as far as I know.
Yeah.
The silver anniversary, it says. It's 25 years ago since I last took a drink. That was last Friday, 25 years. Last Friday in March I counted from. So it was 25 years ago was the last time I had a drink. What is?
You can go anytime.
1953 may have been the year of the coronation and the ascent of Everest, but I remember it as the year of the Maggie. The Scout Gang show was running at the King's Theatre in Glasgow. Backstage I was busy helping John Jay, he was the Scoutmaster, with the show's wardrobe, covered from head to foot in dust and in my tattiest overalls.
I was crawling from under stage where the wardrobe hampers were when I bumped into this man. He told me he was an assistant director from Ealing Film Studios in London. He'd been out front talent spotting. I'm looking for a boy to play the part and play up. Oh, shite. You want to go back a wee bit? You can go back right back if you like, we'll start again.
You want another go?
I
Don't worry about it. I'll tell you when. Okay, anytime you like.
1953 may have been the year of the coronation and the ascent of Everest, but I remember it as the year of the Maggie. The Scout Gang Show was running in the King's Theatre in Glasgow. Backstage, I was busy helping John Jay with the show's wardrobe. Covered from head to foot in dust and in my tattiest overalls, I was crawling out from under the stage where the wardrobe hampers were kept when I bumped into this man. He told me he was an assistant director from Ealing Studios in London. He'd been out front talent spotting. I'm looking for a boy to play the part in a film, he said. After we had talked for a bit, he took my name and address. I dismissed it from my mind. Getting a part in a film was about as likely as somebody landing on the moon. A few days later, a posh car slid to a halt outside our tenement. That in itself was a big enough event to set all the curtains and street.
Alright. Just back up a bit and do the last sentence.
We'll go back to a few days later. A few days later, a posh car slid to a halt outside our tenement. That in itself was a big enough event to set all the curtains in the street twitching. Holy mackerel, it was our door that was being knocked upon. Hold it, perhaps he was in some...
Alright.
Go back a wee bit.
Back to holy mackerel if you want.
Right. Holy mackerel. It was our door that was being knocked upon. Hold it. Perhaps he was some kind of high-up truant officer. But no, it was the same assistant director from Ealing Studios, and he wanted me to go to London for a screen test.
It's okay, hold it there.
Is it sounding terrible? Okay. My old man was unemployed at the time. We couldn't afford the rail fare to London. Luckily, Ealing Studios offered to provide the tickets for my mother and me. They'd post them to us, they said. On the day we were due to leave, the tickets still hadn't arrived. I knew it had all been too good to be true. I know it...
Right, got the truth.
I knew it couldn't actually happen. Go back to the start. Go back to... I just don't feel as though I'm reading it right, you know, it's just...
No, you're fine.
Go back to where I say, not to worry or what?
Okay.
Oh, not to worry, they said to my agitated mother over the phone. We'll fix it with the ticket office in Glasgow. At the last minute, the tickets arrived along with the script. Then we were actually on the train on our way to London. I wore my Scout uniform. It was about the only decent thing I had at the time. I sat up through the night, learning and practicing my lines. I didn't know much about the film except that it was a comedy and it was going to be in black and white. I did know though that I was going to be very disappointed if I didn't get the part.
Okay.
In the small studio there were a couple of cameramen, the casting director and an actor to say the lines of the other character in the scene. They were all very relaxed, so was I. The idea of having a practice run without the cameras put me at my ease. I didn't even worry when I tripped over my tongue and instead of saying apple cross to poor tree, I said apples and pears or something. The director merely laughed and said, right, have a banana. That was daft, that didn't sound right. I go back a wee bit. This isn't the way I put this down. This is Robin, the guy that was helping me write this. He's put it in his own Anglified way.
Oh God. No chance of it. Get it right.
A minute.
Say it in your own way then, you don't have to
Put me...
say it word for word.
Right. The idea of having a practice run without the cameras put me at my ease. I didn't even worry when I tripped over my tongue and instead of saying apple crossed the poor tree, I said apples and pears or something like that. The director merely laughed and said, have a banana. After another try, I said, that's it, thank you. It hadn't been rehearsed at all. The cameras had been running all the time. Only when the bright lights went off did I realise how many people were in watching. We'll let you know, they said. A week went by. Then the telegram boy, a lad named Martin, who lived in the next close to us, was standing at our door. There was a big grin on his face. I reckon he knew he'd got the part before I did. Govan was buzzing for weeks. It meant a lot to the local folk. Should have had this done. That a Govan lad, one of their own, could be in a big film. I could just imagine myself strolling nonchalantly into school, pretending not to notice all the admiring glances. The headmaster begging for my autograph. Unfortunately, it wasn't like that because it was a school holiday at the time. My school days had ended, and in a manner that would have...
Alright, no problem.
I'll start with...
Go the next bit if you want.
No, do you want me to go back?
No, it's alright. Just go the next bit. I don't need it all anyway.
My school days had ended, and in a manner that could have come straight out of the Hotspur or the Wizard. Filming started in May in the little village of Cairnban near Crinan on the west coast of Scotland. The director of Maggie was Sandy McKendrick. 5 years earlier, he had established his reputation as a director with Whiskey Galore. And in 1951, he directed the film The Man in the White Suit. Sandy McKendrick had himself written the plot to the Maggie. Sandy was an admirer of Neil Monroe and the influence of Parahandy. I'll stop here for a bit. I'll start with this.
You can go the next bit. That's fine. I can cut that.
In the film, Captain McTaggart, the skipper of one of the last individually owned puffer boats still plying up and down the west coast of Scotland. The skipper and crew of the Maggie are mistakenly engaged to transport the priceless furniture of an American millionaire to his newly acquired holiday castle in the Western Isles. The money they hope to obtain for carrying the cargo will pay for the repair to the Maggie.
What time of year did you start filming?
May
With May.
1953,
Right. So when they give you some clothes to, how do you?
What they wanted me to wear. As I said earlier on, that was my scout uniform because it's probably the only decent stuff I had to wear.
Right.
My father was unemployed then, and I don't know, he didn't have much at all. But they got me. We arrived there on a Sunday. Monday we got back up to the Crinan Hotel again where the main body was. And got me dressed up in the gear I was supposed to be wearing, and I thought, well, this is quite good stuff, this. I'll be hanging on to this lot when I'm finished. Then the producer come along and started cutting holes in the jersey and things like that. Finished up, he had me rolling about in a coal hill to get dirty, to make it look dirty. I thought they were all mental.
Is that just by the canal?
Just up at Crinan, at the Crinan Basin. We were billeted and we arrived on Sunday at Crinan, wherever they was at a meeting. But my mother and I, she was with me. We were billeted at the Cairnban Hotel, a few miles back down the road again. But the Monday, as I say, we went to try on all the gear, and this guy started cutting holes in the jumper and pulling stuff about and got me to roll about in coal and coal dust. The place is still there at the Crinan Basin yet, 50 years later, but I thought they were all mental. They were all with the stuff that were just wasting it, and I had nothing to start with. But anyway, that was what it was about. To look scruffy. I must have looked the part anyway. But that was the silly bit about it. And that was when they'd built all this pier at Crinan at the same time. It was all brand new wood, and they just finished the building it. and they started to make it look old and dilapidated, so they started breaking the pier up after building it all to make it look, as I say, ancient, which is the way it was seen in the film, because it all broke up eventually with the puffer running into it. That was in there's a big load of stagers and joiners and, you know, chippies as they call them, working there at Crinan at the time. And I think it must have been the Tuesday or the Wednesday when we actually started filming. We did the poaching sequence. That was the start of the film. We actually went back down to Cairnban and started shooting the poaching sequence, Jimmy Copeland and I. That eased me into it because I wasn't the slightest bit embarrassed in front of cameras, because it was just sort of fun and games. You had a distance for the cameras at the time, and it was just Jimmy Copeland and myself were doing the first few scenes, you know. And you get used to the crew, you get used to everybody round about you, and you get especially used to the van coming up with the tea and the buns and the rolls and stuff like that. You watch for that all the time. You get the lunch and tea breaks and all that were delivered in maybe the van there, you know, the canteen van. As I say, within a few days I got to know everybody in the place, and they all got to know me. I was never shy in company, I must admit that. I was never ever shy in company. But we all got to know each other, and I got on well with everybody after that, and we just worked away filming. Worked at Crinan, must have been for about 6 weeks in that part of the country, and then we moved over to Ealing. Probably another 6 weeks there, something like that. Then we stopped for a wee holiday, and I think we had some work to do in Glasgow, and then we went down to London, down to Ealing Studios, to finish the film down there. That's finished. I think I was still working there in 1 or 2 wee odds and ends, right up to about September.
Did you get that off school while you were doing the film then?
Aye. Well, that's another story. Once you switch on, I'll tell you about it. You can ask me the question, I'll tell you about it.
You can go then. I'll ask you, did you get that off the school when you were?
Aye, well, I had to let off of school, and there was a bit of a problem there because I'd been doing a bit of playing truant quite a bit at the time. And I thought that might have been the thing that would have stopped me at the end up, because I went to the education authorities, and Ealing Studio said that would have a tutor. So that made it all right, you know. They sort of forgot about all the days I'd been playing truant and things, you know. I had a tutor who was the assistant director. He was an assistant director. Pevsner, his name was. I think he went to the States and worked over there afterwards when Ealing closed down. I saw his name in a few films, you know, coming up and watching the television and such like. His name come up a few times. But he was my tutor. But that was from May until about June, really. May until the end of June, beginning of July. That was all, just a few weeks really. Because the school holidays had started, and he didn't want to be doing his tutor any more than I wanted him to be tutoring me. And I've stopped my day's work. I didn't want to be bothered with a tutor coming into my room after dinner and having me working it for another 2 or 3 hours, you know. He certainly didn't do any tutoring during the day. I mean, we were filming during the day, we were too busy filming to be looking at school books, which I didn't really do. Most of my stuff was doing essays. Because he was like an English graduate or something, I don't know what he was. I know he'd been to either Oxford or Cambridge, one of the two places. Oh, that was the pub sequence. That was Dirty Dan's. Pub called, there used to be a pub at Finniston where that was supposed to have happened, called Dirty Dick's. But they called the pub in the Maggie Dirty Dan's. That was, I got thrown out the bar. And that happened with a turnip. It was a turnip that had been boiled up and scooped out to soften it all. The mash had been put back in and softened it up, just as well, because they knocked his bloody head off if it had just been a turnip out of a box. That was Dirty Dan, Jimison Clark. That was when I was a hooligan. I was fighting in a bar, 15-year-old fighting in a bar.
Did you take it in one take?
No. I threw the first turnip and I just hit him in the shoulder before it hit him in the face. And I did another take, and it was a prop man, Big Wally, he threw the second turnip. I think it was the second take, that was it. Just the second take. Wasn't very many multiple takes in that film, if I can remember right. One in particular was supposed to be as the boat hit the subway. I was supposed to fall on the deck, and Sandy McKendrick, I don't know why, he wanted it done a certain way and his hands were all twisted. That was how he'd try to explain things by doing this. But at the end of the day, when I saw the bit in the film and I was supposed to fall in the deck, all the ways he wanted me to fall, it never happened. You just saw a kind of figure falling in the deck, that was it. And the boat hit the subway tunnel. Sandy McKenrick had himself written the plot for the Maggie. Sandy was an admirer of Neil Monroe, and the influence of the Parahandy stories is obvious. In the film, Captain McTaggart is the skipper of one of the last individually owned puffers boats still in the...
Can we stop again? Okay.
Right. In the film, Captain McTaggart is skipper of one of the last individually owned puffer boats still plying up and down the west coast of Scotland. The skipper and crew of the Maggie are mistakenly engaged to transport the priceless furniture of an American millionaire to his newly acquired holiday castle in the Western Isles. The money they hope to obtain from carrying this cargo will pay for the repairs of the Maggie. The money they hope to obtain for carrying this cargo will pay for the repair of the Maggie's plates and save her from the scrapyard. The American fights a losing battle of wits against the wily crew to reclaim his furniture and place it in a more respectable boat. Loyal to Skipper McTaggart and very much in the centre of the action is the ship's boy, the wee boy. That was me. The American millionaire was played by the actor Paul Douglas. The parts of skipper, mate and engineer of the puffer were taken by Alec Mackenzie, James Copeland and Abby Barker. These four and Hubert Gregg were the ones who were mostly in the... These four and Hubert Gregg were the ones who were mostly in the same scenes as me and who I got to know best. Dorothy Allison, Geoffrey Keane, Andrew Keir, Meg Buchanan were all in the cast too, but I didn't see much of them. Stop at that for a second or two.
Yeah, sure. How did you get on with Hubert Gregg?
Oh, going very well. Funnily enough, talking about Hubert Gregg, I just discovered a few weeks ago that he had a programme on a Friday night on BBC Two, the radio. And he must be into his 80s now, Hubert. Still working. I recorded that and I recorded the one after it, and last Friday, was it the last show, and I forgot all about the bloody thing. I forgot to record it. And I was going to sort of phone the studio and talk to him, but I could never get around it. I said, better do something because we're not getting any younger, any of us, and I might miss a chance of saying hello and cheerio to the guy, whatever, you know. But he's still working away and plays a lot of the older stuff. For a man of his age, that's bound to happen, but it's stuff I quite like to listen to. And he got a few anecdotes through his programme as well, and talking about knowing, oh Christ, what's his name now? What's the old actor? It was...
Started up about a year ago.
well, the engine broke down, and that was a wee bit daft. He was trying to use a monkey wrench to straighten up a 3-inch shaft. What a rubbish. But anyway, it was to make the film end and the engine to go back on again. But by the time they got the engine started to run again, the boat went onto the rocks, and the engineer fell down for the top of the engine room, and that was it. They're going to have to throw the cargo overboard. It's the only way to get her off the rocks. This time the American realised that the boat meant a lot more to us than anything else, and it started to mean a bit to him as well, because he decided he would throw the cargo overboard just to save the boat. Until the skipper had to confess that due to all the things that had happened and all the rest, he'd never get round to insuring the cargo, so as an American told him, if he laughed at him, he'd kill him with his bare hands, but he says, throw this stuff overboard anyway. So that's when it went over the side. And well, eventually the boat was refloated and come into supposed Coltara, where the cargo was supposed to be in the first place. That was done in Ealing. Portaskeg in Ealing. Mr. Pusey, Hubert Gregg, come down looking for the American who was dressed up as scruffy as the rest of the crew by that time. And finished off having to say cheerio to everybody and letting us keep the cheque for the job. If they hadn't let us keep the money, the boat would have been scrapped anyway. That was when the engineer said, "You're a great man, Mr. Marshall, if you ever need another job doing." That must have been probably the funniest line in a film. If you ever need another job doing, and the usual, I wished them good luck. That was the end of the film until we got to the Clyde, where the boat had been renamed by that time as the Calvin B. Marshall, after the American. It wasn't a Maggie anymore. And as usual, the skipper and the old engineer were having a battle going up the Clyde. Always fighting each other. And the engineer told the skipper he wasn't fit to be the captain of the Govan ferry. And that was the finish of the film.
How did you get on with the other actors then, Captain McTaggart and...
Oh, we got on great. We got on well. Jimmy Copeland, Alec Mackenzie, and Alec was a teacher, an ex-school teacher. He wanted me to learn to sing in Gaelic. I was quite a good singer then. I still had a bit of the boyish voice, and I could sing well, and started teaching me one or two wee songs in Gaelic, but I couldn't get into this. Us being lowlanders, the real Sassenachs. We call English people Sassenachs, but it was the lowlanders. We were lowlanders, coming from Glasgow and places like that. Anyway, I wasn't into this Hedrum Ho stuff, as we called it, the Gaelic. I didn't want to be bothered with that. I was into the pop songs at that time. But I'm sorry now I didn't, because I could have learned a lot from old Alec. Could have probably been able to speak Gaelic by this time. That's something that a lot of Scots people, I don't suppose, are very proud that they can't even speak their own language, you know. But we got on well. Alec, as I say, was his teacher, and I suppose he was teaching pupils, and he knew how to talk to me, and they never talked down to us or anything like that, no way. But Alec and I, we could talk away to one another. And Abe was a quieter wee guy, really. He was alright. He was always funny. He was a lot of funny things, and you'd see a lot of funny things. I mean, he'd been at that game for a long, long time. Jimmy Copeland, Jimmy was just your mate sort of thing. Jimmy was a good guy, and we all got on well. Hubert Gregg, when he was up doing the poaching sequence, and he went away and he had to come back again for something. And we were all friendly, great to see him back again. And I remember Jimmy Copeland, myself and Hubert, and there might have been somebody else, I can't remember. It seems it was four of us in this rowing boat anyway. We went for a wee row in this boat anyway, just round about the Crin Basin there. No, the Crin Basin, just outside the main lock. We went a wee boat for a wee sail there, and they made reference to, I don't think he was long divorced, was it Pat Kirkwood? I think it was his wife at that time. I remember
Paul Douglas.
Paul Douglas, he was a wee bit more for the men, and I liked his booze, Paul Douglas. His wife Jan Sterling was there for the first 2 or 3 weeks. She came up, she was there at the time of the coronation, because between them they bought me a box of fireworks. I used to have a picture of it. I don't know what happened to it, because Jimmy Copeland's 2 kids were in it. In the picture, they were up visiting, and his son, he's a daughter and a son. His son is known now as James Cosmo. He's been in a lot of stuff, Braveheart, and he's been in a lot. He's a big, well-built guy. He's always doing a moustache. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's well known now, James Copeland, James Cosmo. That's the name he goes under.
Yeah, you had a birthday while you were on the set.
Aye, that was I just can't even remember her name. One of the women that was in. She was Jeffrey Keane, who was in the film. She was his secretary. I've got a terrible memory now for names. Anyway, she baked me a cake, brought it onto the set, which I thought was great, terrific.
How old were you then?
I just turned 15. It was my 15th birthday. And Sandy McKenna came up and gave me a wee bit of paper. This entitles you to 1 bicycle for your 15th birthday. So I got a bike for my birthday, and we saw photographs of the bike and all that. I get that, and I get this birthday cake, and everybody round about wishing me a happy birthday, the extras, and everybody was. It was during the sequence of The Office. We met Pusey in the office, and that's when he took us on under false pretences to carry this cargo to start. I can't remember what Jeffrey Keen's name was in the film, but he was a big shot. Ship owners, you know. That's when we took Hubert Gregg round to see the boat. He mistook it for, I think that was a ship called the Hebridean, probably scrapped years ago. But we were in behind it and away down below it, and Hubert Gregg took this Hebridean to be our boat. So we never made him any of the wiser. We wouldn't have got a job anyway. That was the cheating started. But we're way off on a tangent again. I was talking about a birthday cake.
Okay, no, it's all right. It's all right. Since we're on that subject, was the office bit, was it shot in London or?
I was at Ealing, shot at Ealing.
So when you came out and went to look at the wrong boat, that was here.
That was at the Kingston Dock, which is closed in now. It's all.
In Glasgow.
That was in Glasgow. Just straight up the river there. That sequence in that office, when we were in the office looking for work, and we come across this daft Englishman with a bowler hat on and all that, you know. When we left the office, I stole a pen. That was part of it. Quite a few people wrote in about that. That's terrible having a boy like that, you know, making out that Glasgow boys are scruffs and they're crooks and all the rest of it. It was just a wee bit that Sandy McKennick thought would be good to put into the film, you know. Because it was brought up later on. He's accusing Mr. Pusey of lifting his pen when he was in the office, you know. That was when that was after the poaching sequence and all that. The boats.
Just the fact that there was two of them and so.
They used two puffers. One was called the Boer, which was used most. That was the main one. The other one was called the Inca. They were identical. There's two of the very few puffers that were left. I've got a photograph of that somewhere as well, the two boats tied up together in the Crinan Basin. It's quite a unique picture, really. Because that was the end of the puffers when they were making the Maggie. There wasn't many of them about at all. As I say, the Boer was the one that was used most of the time. The Inca was used for second unit stuff, second unit shots. I don't know when they were actually scrapped, but it didn't last a long time after the Maggie was made.
Yeah.
I say you look terrified. I just.
Terrified.
You okay?
Just wondering when my next breath's coming.
Just crank this up a bit. I just want you to do the and good luck to you and the big smile.
Oh, can he smile?
All right, well, just do the and
Can
good
he
luck.
smile?
Just do the and good luck to you then. Just look me straight in the lens and say it right.
Aye, and good luck to you.
Do me one more for good luck.
You want the thumb?
No. What, it's just a face, isn't it, on the film? Go on,
Aye.
okay.
Aye, and good luck to you.
That looking to me with the light behind you like that. But
Yeah, it's okay. Alright. Just give me say something for me.
am I still in the right position here?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, okay. You can do it anytime you like. Right.
Is that? Aye, and good luck to you.
Give me one more and then that'll do.
And good luck to you. Bad bit that.
No. The time they got round to doing it was like a derelict year by the time they got round to doing it. They built the thing themselves, no? They had a squad of men, carpenters and riggers and stuff. They all went up here for weeks before the film started, you know, it was 6 or 8 weeks before it started.
It's amazing how much work goes into the back end. So you've got some good memories of that.
Aye, okay.
It was oh, it's mature. It's sort of internet. It's tiny wee pictures on it.
Well, these places have all been taken off their phone.
So, yeah, the frames of the film. And you can get them. Could be.
It's really Glasgow.
It changed a bit, hasn't it? That's out of the book, I think. Come a bit near the swing, that.
You've got that one, the forest walking across the road, Clyde Street in Glasgow, and cobbled on the road and the tram lines.
Right.
We were filming in Glasgow. That dock doesn't exist any longer, that was a Kingston dock.
Right.
There's a lot of Highland ships coming, Highlands and
Oh, yes, right, yeah.
You've got the photograph of the forest heading towards the hotel.
Right. And were they nice people to work with? Because I mean, you were very much living the professional actors, and these guys have
Well,
been.
we were just talking about Alec McKenzie. He must have been wet or something before it, because he was a big maths teacher. He just retired.
Oh, right.
He taught maths in Clyde back high.
Kidding. It's amazing, isn't it?
They reckon he must have been wet or something.
Yeah.
Because he was. I mean, he didn't just come from neighbour like myself. I'd done nothing before. I was working backstage in the Boy Scout gang show.
What's it? Come a bit close up, but then the microphone can get it. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
I was going it the wrong way too.
No, it's okay.
I was backstage in the Scouts gang show in Glasgow.
You said you were in this point.
One of the assistant directors, he was looking for a boy. They tested one or two by that time. And
you take that if you want
maybe
it.
look at some of these.
Yeah, you take it if you want
We
it.
tested one or two by that time and
Yeah.
they weren't suitable. We didn't have been anyway, but somebody must have told at the gang show there was probably 50 boys in my age group that could have been picked for that.
Yeah.
I was working backstage. My old scoutmaster was in charge of the costumes.
Right.
An old pair of dirty white overalls, and I was.
You just must have looked right straight
And
from
the Kings, well, we were working below the stage there, it was a dirty, filthy place, you know.
Yeah.
And I must have looked the part, the hair must have looked like that, and the dirty face and all the rest. So he took my name and address, and the usual cranks, you know. Finished up with the part, you know.
That's amazing.
Sent a telegram along the script to get in and do a test.
Right.
And then I did that. A few days later, the telegram again, and told me I had a part, you know.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of the week, probably that Tuesday. Sunday, we were in a car heading up here. That was May 1953.
53. That was the year before I was born. Exactly a year.
A few weeks ago.
A bit closer because the sound won't get it, dear.
Well,
Too much sound going. We'll come a bit closer, we don't mind it.
well,
And the wind's blowing around, the wind will be blowing there.
Is there any chance of an autograph on these? Well,
Any
I've got you.
problem,
We'll pop in and sit so down.
Any bother.
There's a couple of the lads on the internet as love one as well. If
Right,
that's,
yeah.
You're very kind, thank you very much indeed. I just unhook all this lot. You're not
Trying to make it look, you know.
Maggie. No,
the whole this fabric.
I'm not going to sell it, I'm not going to give it to It's a straight name, I think.
Tommy Kearins.
Tommy Kearins, please.
Yeah.
Could I want to film? Maybe to fill on the top.
Yeah.
But,
Just put your head a bit further forward like this and up your mouth.
Yeah, what the heck that's too much.
With smoke or without?
This is like 1966, he made his son in films. James Croswell is called. Braveheart.
Oh yeah.
Campbell. Okay. Ginger moustache. Yeah. From the look, he's like wild, you know. James Croswell.
So is he still alive then?
It's very good. I haven't spoken to him for a year or two. Only when the films on the telly, they were phoning him, you know.
Right.
It's a wee while ago. He was doing theatre and all that. It's a while since that.
Can I have it now? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, you said you think he's still alive?
As far as we know, I haven't heard anything to the contrary. David's more in touch with people than I am, you know.
Right.
That's his hobbies, all this kind of stuff. Like, doing it for years and years, you know.
How did you meet him?
Just through his interest in the subject. He phoned me, he must have got my name in the book. He phoned me one night and asked if I was the guy that was in the Maggie, you know.
Oh, like I did.
That's right,
I spoke to your son first, you know.
Aye, Thomas, aye.
He's Tommy as well.
To come here today, but
Right. He's coming, is he?
Well, we hope he had a hospital appointment yesterday, where depending on what happened there, I suppose he was going to try and get bed and breakfast overnight in Gilphead and just come up here this morning then.
Right.
I don't see any sign of him yet.
Does it look like you?
No, not really. He's the mother's side. He's got ginger hair, you know.
Oh, right.
He's like the mother's side.
You just had your wedding anniversary, you said.
Aye. 17th, 42.
Has it gone cold? Oh. I'll have it then. I don't want to spill it on me. It's taken me 25 years to get it.
It'll be dry alright, won't it?
Oh, shit, I think so. Yeah, it's pretty, especially in this weather. Thanks very much. So, are you actually going on the boat then?
Going on the boat.
No.
A few years ago when I was there, because it was saying I could have swam ashore, you know. No, I couldn't.
No. Look, they tend to blow up those things, don't they, rather than just sink if they go wrong. Yeah.
The old boilers, isn't it?
Yeah.
All of them are
Put them in separate ones.
converted to diesel. Quite a few of them.
Oh, were they? Right?
There's not many left at all. There's that one in the...
It's expensive, that. You can go on holiday in that. Right? It's 480 quid or something.
You didn't sell your barrel and coal in for the boilers before you go.
I know, yeah.
Get a boiler suit with you and
You
all
do all the bloody work and you have to pay for it as well. Yeah. Mind you, I mean, it must cost a lot to have done up and...
He spent about one at the beginning, I know that. Making accommodation, and he's got accommodation down where the hold was. Made that into accommodation. You'll see on the deck, he's got windows along with it. The crewman, the hatch crewman used to be.
Right.
There's windows along it, that's accommodation in there. And he did a lot of work, there's no doubt about that.
Right.
It's a working holiday, I don't think it'd be a restful one.
Well, I fancied it at one time, but you have to share a berth if you...
Crap coming out of the funnel.
Yeah. So you went to Isla as well, is that right? To do that bit with there's a church at the top of the hill. Beaumont, right.
Beaumont, the round church. That's so the devil can't lurk in corners.
Oh, is that right?
An old Highland superstition as far as I remember. We did Beaumont. Sailed to Oban, sailed to Tobermory and Mull.
Did you film on Tobermory in Mull?
No, it's off. We had to get in there at night. We were doing stuff off the island. 2 boats, a second unit, and in there overnight. And the weather was in there. The weather was bad, I think, and he decided rather than get back to where we started from, we were going to Tobermory overnight.
She'll sort it, she's good. I'm sorry, yeah. When the last scene of the film, when the
I was in Ealing.
That was on Isla, was it? On the
Port Askeig in Ealing.
Port Askeig, right? It said Glen. Unfortunately, they used it. What's it? Glen Brannan. They had at the end, just on the side of the.
On the door.
On the door, yeah.
On the building. I can't remember what that said. I don't know what that had anything to do with.
Thanks. Cheers.
I mean, company stores, some company stores or all, you know.
Right.
I don't know what it had to do with it at all. And that was the last scene. The first scene in the film was shot along the road there in Crinan. The wee spark.
The first scene?
First scenes of the film were made along with Cairn Van, along the road.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
were made that.
Yeah.
And you see me running along the track with the pheasants. This is well on in the film, but
Yes. Halfway through, yeah.
running along the track with the pheasants and coming onto the boat after the poaching. Coming onto the boat just at that lock there.
Yes, you jumped on it, didn't you?
Well, that's me. I ran 6 miles. That. I'd love to be able to run 2 now.
Oh, now, yeah. Whose idea was it to come out with the little catchphrase?
What was that?
Good luck to you.
Oh, that was Sandy McKendrick, probably. The director, you know.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Because it just makes the film at the very end. At the very end, the closing, you know.
The wee engineer, though, if you ever want another job done.
Oh, oh, that's a killer.
Do you want to get the wee spark? She's coming in.
Oh, right, okay. That's great. Thanks again. We'll see you later on.
Trouble with this one, right? His film's just after running right through. It's like a BOER
Yeah.
Inca.
Right.
The boy was the main one, and the Inca was the second unit sort of thing, you know.
So it was one of them at Glasgow, one of them at this end.
No, not really. No.
Isn't that how they did it?
See, they were both up here. I went to. Two of them are tied up alongside one, and I just here. He's forgotten the picture. Here, a picture of it.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah.
He's forgotten it. They were tied up alongside here. I think it was the only picture of the two of them together.
Well, it must,
It
yeah.
was taken by a young lad that lived in the area, you know.
Oh, right.
I met
Right.
him years later, and place I worked in.
Right.
And he told me about this picture and brought it in and gave it to me, you know.
That was nice.
Oh, fuck, there's smoke coming in, smell it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't get over that, the baby with the piggy.
Aye, piggy, yeah. I saw him when I arrived here, and I thought, that's his that.
Which one?
That girl standing there with the
Oh,
black
with the
shirt
back
on.
up. Yeah. Oh, the black shirt.
Aye, the badge in the front. She works for the waterboard.
Oh, her. Yeah, right. I got you.
She's
Yeah.
the waterboard,
Yeah.
Same as this. Aye, it's a waterboard, I'm sure. She's I think these are all summer jobs.
Yes.
As far as I know, she's a teacher or something.
It's a nice place to work in the summer, I suppose. We expected some friends as well who they like the films, don't they? So if they come on, probably don't mind if we just introduce you briefly. It's a friend, he's a David as well from Barrow. Have you ever been to Barrow? No.
I don't think so.
We
They've
get
been to a lot of places down south when they made the film, doing sort of trade shows, you know, all over the place.
right.
I don't think we were ever in Barrow. I don't think it was one of the places.
No, you wouldn't. Nah, it's
Not the other place, you know, the towns, Newcastle, Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool,
yeah.
Birmingham, all over it.
I bet you wish you got paid for the number of times you put it back on the TV.
Oh, aye. I retired earlier.
Range of initiatives attached to the Ealing Canal. And have you just a couple of words too about its relevance today? Is that those of you who, like me, know the Highlands and Islands know that one of the key features of the Highlands and Islands is our very remoteness. Sometimes people don't understand the scale of the Highlands and Islands. Can I say that the Highlands and Islands area covers half the landmass of Scotland, and we have only 8% of the population. And this 9-mile link between Crinin and Ardrishaig saves yachtsmen and commercial users a 100-mile journey around the Mull of Kintyre. So the Crinin Canal classically overcame this whole barrier of distance.
We were fishing off here, weren't we?
Last time you were on my boy that road really. He's in there.
We didn't catch anything though.
So this one's stuck on. Yeah.
The interior stuff doing bad weather.
Oh?
The gear was just supposed to do for this. And that was a Lochmore bar.
Oh, that was the bar. Oh yeah. Nuzzling away. So how did they break up the pier when it? I mean, did the boat actually break it up, or did they didn't ram it or anything? Just
The boat smashed it in the film.
Yeah.
That was part of it, you know. I suppose just spotted it. It was catching under the pier, you know.
Yeah.
They were coming to take the cargo away in a bigger boat, and we were losing the job.
Yes.
And I twigged.
Yeah.
The tide comes up, and they catch under the pier, and they cause damage.
So it actually did it.
Aye, they rigged it up with kind of slings and things as well.
Because there's a bit like.
Started pulling it out, and they backed against it. And the boat went through, you know.
Because Paul Douglas goes through
He
it.
went through it, aye.
Yeah.
So there was a space between here and the pier,
Yeah.
and the boat that came to get the cargo, which was all lying here,
Yeah.
couldn't get in.
Right.
Drew too much water
Yes.
to get in against the pier. He says, "I'm sorry, the only thing I'll get is a buffer." So they had to put it all back on again. And they got the cargo eventually.
It's a wonderful story.
I saw a wee woman when they come down there. I wonder if I've seen her face. It's last time where you see the castle over there,
Uh-huh.
Duntroon. She's the wife of the laird, Malcolm, Clan Malcolm. That's who's having in it, and used it during some bad weather we had.
Well, that's the thing, the weather looked quite nice on a lot of the film.
Aye.
It's fantastic how they change a building into something. I watched one when I lived down in Bolton and it was a garage and they changed it into a church.
Church?
It was fabulous.
Ah, okay. You've got the builders and the tradesmen to do it, you know.
Yeah, it's a shame they couldn't have left it like that because it was a tatty old garage as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're no better than hiring, standing like wee bairns there in front of Mr. Campbell's big desk down yonder. You
Can't see it.
haven't
Oh, there
the
it is.
freedom of operations that I have. You haven't the dignity of your own command. There's from a boat. There's not a finer vessel in the coastal trade. There's not a finer vessel anywhere.
There's two men aboard us, in bowler hats.
Inspectors.
There's no time for that. Come on.
Could that be a skipper you can Here, a song for joy. I've no change, you pay him, lad. Grab him, Johnny. What do you know? It's a wee boy to pay.
You tell me the truant officer's after you if we're going to see before you'd finished with the school.
True. I'm over 50.
Well, you'll be able to finish your schooling now. That old puffer will not be putting out again.
She will.
It's high time Peter McTaggart was put ashore. He's no fit to manage a rowing boat.
You'll not say that about the captain.
Captain, him!
And good luck to you.